Registered sex offender patrols the walkway of Tyler Junior College. There are ways to protect yourself.
Nursing students prepare for the opening of TJC's new state-of-the-art nursing building.
Tyler Junior College puts on their 26th annual production of Class Christmas Ballet Nutcracker.
All this and more coming up on MyTJC News. Like many colleges and universities across the country, Tyler Junior College is an open campus. This means that anyone can walk on at any time. On October 27th, Russell Hardy, a convicted sex offender, was found on campus exposing himself. Anybody at any time can come on to TJC's campus. They can park in any one of the many parking lots or just walk onto campus. But everybody you see on campus aren't always what they seem. On October 27th, Russell Hardy, a registered sex offender, was arrested for public indecency after he walked into Wise Auditorium and performed inappropriate sexual acts, according to reports.
A student tipped us off. A female student walked up to our campus police officer who was on foot patrol in the middle of campus, told him, and then the officers responded immediately to there and caught him still in the act. He took off running, went inside Wise Auditorium and hid under the seats. Our officers apprehended him.
This is where the victim was passing by in front of Wise Auditorium when she saw Russell Hardy doing his disgusting act. To make sure people like Hardy are caught, TJC implemented the lanyard policy.
This policy was adopted by Dr. Mackey, and I think it's very, very good for the campus because, just like I said, it's a protection for the students, really. It lets the individuals know here on campus that you don't have any riffraff on campus, because we do from time to time have people come on campus that are not students. They're here for no good reason at all. So the lanyard policy helps protect us to let us know that if they don't wear it, that we know that they are not students here on campus and that they have to leave.
What do students think about the lanyard policy?
I feel that it is a huge safety precaution that we should wear the lanyards to indicate that we are students going here.
From MyTJC News, I'm Colby Morgan. Joining me to talk about this subject, Randy Melton, Chief Police at Tyler Junior College. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
So can you tell me what happened that day when Russell Hardy came onto campus?
On October 27th, just before lunch, a female student approached one of our campus police officers who was doing foot patrol in the middle of campus and reported the indecent exposure to us. Our officers immediately responded and apprehended Mr. Hardy on campus. Actually, they observed him still committing the act of the indecent exposure. Hardy then tried to flee. He went inside Wise Auditorium. That's where he was apprehended.
Did he ever unexpose himself?
Yes, he was exposing himself even when the officers first arrived on the scene. So they observed him firsthand, still committing the act, the indecent act.
And where did this incident happen?
It started on the outside of Wise Auditorium. Obviously, upon seeing the campus police arriving, he tried to flee, and that's when he went inside Wise Auditorium and hid under the benches. What
security measures are being taken to ensure that this type of incident doesn't happen again?
Well, the main security measures that we implemented several years ago was the wearing of a lanyard and an ID. So if you're a student, you're an employee, you must wear it. That lets us proactively tell whether you belong on this campus or not. If one of our ambassadors or officers on foot patrol observe someone without a lanyard, we're going to proactively stop and find out what are you doing here? Do you have an educational purpose to be here? Obviously, visitors are very welcome, and we have many visitors on campus each day. They're very welcome on campus. But if you have no purpose to be in here, we're going to make you feel very unwelcome and give you what's called a criminal trespass warning from campus. So between our officers, our ambassadors, and then our students, also, the culture of reporting incidents and suspicious persons to us, which lends us to a very safe environment. But with the public streets around campus, anyone can come on campus at any time.
Do you think the lanyard is a good idea?
I think the lanyard is an excellent idea. It's kind of what we call the linchpin of a number of security measures that was implemented in 2010 here at the college. You know, increasing the lighting, increasing the number of cameras across campus, doing some crime prevention measures on campus, but the wearing of the lanyard ID is very key to our success in knowing who belongs on our campus, knowing and identifying those proactively who belong here and who do not belong here.
Where's Russell Hardy right now?
Understand he is in the Smith County Jail. He has been through the court process. He got 60 days for the indecent exposure on campus, but we also, the fact that he was on parole, revoke his parole, and he'll be going back to TDC.
Thanks for joining us today, Randy.
All right, thanks, Kobe.
Thank you.
The newest building coming on campus will be ready for classes this spring. BNws takes you inside of the new TJC nursing building.
In Tyler, Texas, healthcare is more than a $3 billion industry, supporting over 2,500 jobs. To meet the ever-growing need for healthcare professionals, medical facilities in East Texas invested $190 million in new construction in Tyler Junior College to increase capacity and quality of patient care, thus creating a serious need for highly trained healthcare professionals. This 130,000 square foot facility will allow the college to expand its nursing and health science programs and add new programs to produce 50% more graduates from 600 to 900 by 2017.
There is labor and delivery simulations space. We have 2 simulation for operation rooms. We have respiratory therapy. We have a radiology suite that has a fully functioning x-ray machine with a viewing room that you can look into that like a real hospital or radiology department would have. A sleep studies suite where we have a bed in there and a fully operational shower, bathroom, and observation room. So it basically simulates as if you had a patient in the hospital.
The new nursing building contains 200 rooms, 38 offices, and 3 elevators. The building can fit around 2,350 students. The new center will more than triple the classroom and laboratory space of TJC's current healthcare programs in a 4-story, state-of-the-art facility.
We have heard of the new building that they're getting for the nursing students and dental hygiene and most of the medical programs. We're actually pretty excited about it. A lot of teachers, our instructors have been talking to us about the building and how everything's going to be new, and we're pretty excited about that.
If a disaster were to occur and the hospitals were to become overcrowded, they would only need to transfer patients across the street to the nursing school for help. The new nursing building will open in January 2015. For MyTJC News, I'm BNws.
Textbooks are one of the largest expenses that a college student can face. BNws shows us multiple ways to pay for textbooks.
For many students, purchasing textbooks can be a challenge financially. Financial aid is just one of the methods that allows students to afford their textbooks.
For those students who have financial aid in the authorized status, which they can check on Apache Access under their student account, those individuals can go to the on-campus bookstore at Rogers Student Center, and they can charge their books and certain supplies against their financial aid.
TJC's off-campus bookstore for on-campus needs provides great prices on new and used textbooks for students to purchase or rent.
Another good option, a way to save some money, is if you can rent the textbooks. And on the textbooks, when you rent a textbook at the first of the semester, you bring it back at the end of the semester. You get it for the full semester for one price. Now, if you take the class and you need to drop the class, you get a refund at the first, just like as if you bought the book. But when you bring the book back at the end of the semester, you do not get the book back, and you do not get money back. It's kind of like renting a video. You use the book for 3 or 4 months for school, and then you bring it back.
The off-campus bookstore accepts scholarships, loans, and Pell Grants, but only if they are on a TJC debit card.
I didn't get any financial aid, but I took out a loan, and I didn't have my financial aid in time to buy my book, so I had to pay out of pocket, and it was only $200, where at the on-campus bookstore it was probably like $250, somewhere around there.
The school library provides textbooks for students. Students can borrow the textbooks using their student ID and make a copy for studying, but they cannot take it home with them.
From MyTJC News, I'm Yanan Yu.
Coming up, we will take a look at some of this year's TJC's fine art performances and find out which long-time TJC employee will be moving on.
All this and more coming up on MyTJC News.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
After 26 years, Tyler Junior College is creating an all-new Nutcracker. Winston Roberts has the details.
TJC is putting on its 26th annual production of the classic tale, The Nutcracker. But with the arrival of a new dance director, brings new ideas to this beloved classic.
So we're doing a brand new Nutcracker. So everything is re-choreographed, everything's brand new, so it's never been seen before, which is really exciting. It's kind of a daunting task, but it's worth it. It's really fun, and hopefully the audience will enjoy all the work that we've put into it.
Most of them that you see that have some of the more difficult roles, like Waltz of the Flowers and Snow, those kids are in class 4 or 5 hours a day on top of 5 or 6 hours, 7 hours every Saturday. And so we are in class with those kids all the time.
It isn't only the dancers from TJC who make the Nutcracker such a spectacular performance.
We get to see guest artists from the Dance Theater of Harlem that we're bringing in to perform with our students here in Tyler, Texas. We have spectacular crew working with us, where you'll see trees fly and clocks go haywire and furniture disappear and reappear and changing of scenery. We'll see snow even. So those are some great added extras that we hopefully will surprise and the audience will enjoy.
For MyTJC News, I'm Winston Roberts.
Tyler Junior College's own Harmony and Understanding teams up with TJC Jazz Band for their annual performance.
TJC's show choir group, Harmony and Understanding, has entertained audiences for years in new and exciting ways. And this year, that's no different, as Harmony and Understanding has teamed up with TJC's Jazz Band to put on a show-stopping performance.
We only perform together one time a year. The Jazz Band is very busy as well as we are, but it's really a unique experience for the students to be able to accompany each other and perform together on stage as a live performance.
Here in Wise Auditorium, Harmony and Understanding practice for months perfecting their shimmies, cha-chas, and especially their voices.
Well, we get our music in the beginning of the summer, about August, and then we work all the way until whatever show is. This time it's in November. Last year we did December, so a few months. Well, I'm dance captain. I started like my second year here. She gave me the title. So like just helping everybody has been like pretty fun, and seeing their personality shine and stuff.
I've done swing dancing before, so it's definitely hard, and it's sometimes really scary. Like yesterday, his mic fell, and we were both just standing there, and we just had to come up with something on the spot, so we did. But I've done swing dancing like that before, and so has he, so it was easy to blend with him. I mean, he's a great person, so it was easy to trust him. It was very easy.
With classic and new songs and great dance moves, be sure to check out a Harmony and Understanding concert. From MyTJC News, I'm Winston Roberts.
There are a number of student organizations on campus. Today, Winston Roberts is taking an inside look at the Egyptian Art Club.
I want so much to teach the students here at Tyler Junior College the ancient Egyptian art, and it's very famous around the world, and it's famous in the United States too. So I've noticed lots of students are extremely interested in knowing that kind of art. We learn calligraphy. Calligraphy is a beautiful writing in the Middle East, and I'm trying to get as much as possible the art of the East to the West.
By joining this club, students are not only learning about the art of Egyptian culture, but also how to make it.
Well, yesterday we were working on a giant stencil, and it took us about 2 hours just cutting in between 3 people, and it felt like we were surgeons, just taking part of this phase, just piece by piece, and we haven't painted it yet, but the stencil looks absolutely amazing. We find like symbols or vector design of the Egyptian style, like pharaohs or a symbol or Nefertiti, and then we print it on a transparent sheet, and then we put it on top of the overhead projector. Against the wall we have a big sheet of paper, and then we start drawing on it. We just draw the outlines, and after we're done with that, we grab knives and we cut the inside of all the lines, because that's the rule of thumb. Cut the inside, that way you can have the outline, so you can spray paint it on any surface that you have.
This is Winston Roberts from MyTJC News.
TJC art students work all semester long. Some of those students have their work featured in their own art show. Brandon Griffin has more.
The TJC Art Club is in full effect as they present their art gallery to the students of TJC.
Well, I would tell people that come check out the art, not because I want to do advertising or anything like that, just because the people that have done this work is same as them. Like, we are the same age, we have the same thoughts, we have the same concerns.
The art is admired by the students. It makes you wonder where the inspiration comes from.
I have a lot of inspiration. A big inspiration is being in the art department, being surrounded by amazing professors that are all working artists. All of the professors at TJC they all make their own art. They're still working. They're not just professors, but they're working artists. And so I get a lot of inspiration from them.
A lot of work is put into their art, but what will make the students attracted?
For this being my first time visiting the Wise Auditorium, I really enjoy the work of art that the students have put together. This just shows that there are really a lot of talented students at this school, and it's very unique at just the time and effort that they take to put into their craft and to performing this beautiful artwork that we see here today.
I'm Brandon Griffin for MyTJCnews.com. Liberty Hall is a downtown theater operated by the City of Tyler. It offers a place for live entertainment, including bands, comedy shows, and sing-alongs. Our D'Ambria Holland takes us inside the historical theater.
There are multiple attractions to downtown Tyler, Texas. Liberty Hall is one of the most historical attractions.
The community, the citizens, wanted more arts and entertainment, more of an energetic downtown, something interesting and exciting to bring their friends and family to when they came to Tyler to visit. And so one of those components is the Liberty Hall. When they purchased the hall in 2009, then they did a fundraising campaign to raise the money, $1.5 million to renovate the theater. So they have renovated it, and it opened in September of 2011 and has been open for almost a little over 3 years.
Liberty Theater comfortably sits 300 plus guests and consistently provides loyal entertainment to Tyler, Texas. I'm D'Ambria Holland, this is MyTJC News.
Coming up, TJC says farewell to a longtime employee.
Tyler residents spend one night without a home. All this and more coming up on MyTJC News.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
After 11 years of service, TJC band director is moving on. Kobe Morgan sat down with Tom Minch to find out what his future plans are.
TJC's longtime band director, Tom Minch, is leaving at the end of the semester to pursue another exciting opportunity.
I start in January as the the Minister of Instrumental Music at Green Acres Baptist Church, and my new opportunity over there will allow me to be able to openly share my faith and be able to invest deeply and more deeply into people's lives.
Mr. Minch has been at TJC for 11 years and has directed many band performances. Behind me, the TJC band is practicing for the Christmas parade. The parade is Mr. Minch's last time directing the band here at TJC. During his time at TJC, he has impacted the lives of many students.
One of the biggest things he showed me is to never not hold yourself accountable, to always, and at the same time to always hold yourself first before anything else, because you always got to care about numero uno, and that's yourself.
He's helped me grow musically so much than what I would have been going anywhere else that I know of. He's just a great influence in every aspect of life. He's such just a good role model, and you know he's like a dad to all of us, and we love him.
Although it's difficult to leave after being in the same place for 11 years, Mr. Minch feels it's best for everybody.
My exiting is actually going to be best for the school because it gives the opportunity for someone else to come in and take it from where it is now and move it to the next level. And you know, if that next person that comes in to me and makes the program that much better, that's best for everybody here.
From MyTJC News, I'm Colby Morgan. Each day, the Salvation Army shelters hundreds of homeless people. This year, Tyler residents got the chance to experience poverty firsthand during the 5th annual Night Without a Home. D'Ambria Holland has more.
College students and residents of Tyler, Texas meet at the Salvation Army to kick off their 5th annual Night Without a Home.
It just seems really important to do this because it grows awareness of homeless people and the struggles they have, and that it could happen to anybody. It's just not just something you hear about somebody else, but it can happen to anybody.
Daily donations to the Salvation Army provide a big help in giving back to the less fortunate.
It's rewarding to the point where, you know, you get to see where you actually help someone. When you see that smile come on someone's face when they walk in the door and say, hey, do you have a bed for me? And I say yes, you know. Or someone that come in and say, hey man, I appreciate the job lead that you gave me, man. I actually landed a job, you know. Or, you know, to hear someone say, hey man, I actually got my own place today. I got my own car today, you know. Or whatever, you know, that they have obtained as a result of being here.
For residents that do have a job, the Salvation Army also provides transportation.
I'm D'Ambria Holland. This is MyTJC News.
1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives each year. Tyler Junior College holds on-campus blood drive and helps increase the numbers of saved lives.
At TJC, we pride ourselves on a quality education, a vibrant school-to-student life, and community service.
Once a month, Carter Blood Care visits the TJC campus so students can have the opportunity to give back.
Take your blood pressure, we check your iron with this. It's just a little prick on your middle finger, draws just a little bit of blood. We check your iron, it usually has to be between 12.5 and 20.0. We check your blood pressure, we check your temperature, and we make sure you don't have any rashes on your arms. And then once you pass your physical and everything's good, we get you into a chair and draw whole blood.
Carter Blood Care is the top blood center in the area due to the amount of testing that we do on our blood. HIV, hepatitis, when West Nile was going on, we tested for that. But there are hundreds of things that we test for. We also type your blood if you've never donated before. We do type your blood and you have access to that information, as well as we do a cholesterol screening on your blood.
I'm D'Ambria Holland. This is MyTJC News.
The campus library is typically a place where students can study, read, or even nap in peace. Brandon Griffin takes us on a journey through Vaughn Library.
The Vaughn Library is provided for the TJC students 7 days a week. But what does it offer them?
It provides everything, the library provides everything from a meeting place, just to meet with friends, to resources for assignments and computers to work on their assignments.
The students can come and use the computers and work study areas to get their work done.
The Vaughn Library is a great place, quiet place for you to study and, complete your projects, to have different resources to help you build up your knowledge and to help you complete your assignments.
The TJC students can utilize the Writing Center, which has awaiting instructors that will help you complete your assignment. The TJC library provides the students with great resources and a quiet place to study. The TJC students can also come in the Vaughn Library and relax after a long day of class.
Yes, it does. Like during my downtime, like 10 minutes before my next class, I can come to the library and sit down.
I'm Brandon Griffin for MyTJCnews.com.
Coming up on MyTJC News, we'll take a look at the Baptist Student Ministry Pancake Night.
All this and more coming up on MyTJC News.
Huntington! Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
TJC's Baptist Student Ministry gives students a place to socialize. Our Brandon Griffin has the story.
It is time for another fellowship on a Thursday night here at the BSM. TJC students can come and enjoy free pancakes and bacon. What does the BSM stand for and main purpose?
We're a college ministry that seeks to reach out to the Tyler Junior College campus. We are a Christ-centered, in other words, we're a Christian ministry, but we also involve students that come from all different backgrounds. You don't have to be a Christian to be involved in our weekly activity.
The TJC students come to hang with their friends and relax from the day with a friendly game of pool and ping pong. I'm here on a Thursday night at the BSM, where the TJC students come to fellowship and hang with their friends. You can come and eat and fellowship every Thursday night at the BSM.
I like to come to the BSM on Thursdays because you get a good worship here at the BSM with Mark and everyone and Ian, and also for the free pancakes and bacon, but also because this is where everyone comes and socializes and you can meet new people, and it's just a fun way to get out of your dorm on a Thursday night.
This is Brandon Griffin for MyTJCnews.com.
Thank you for joining us today.
Remember, you can always find your very latest news at MyTJCnews.com.